What's up guys, my name is Lauren and welcome back to my channel. Let's see what progress we made on our financial goals in February. Every year my husband and I set annual financial goals, and every month here on my channel I show you guys the progress we've made towards those financial goals. I track it all in a spreadsheet, and it's actually a spreadsheet you can get for yourself. It's in my Etsy shop and I'll link that in the video description. It's an instant download to Google Sheets and comes with a detailed video tutorial. So let's take a look at the spreadsheet and see how we did this month. So this is our annual financial goal tracking spreadsheet. It does have all the months, but I just hide those because it's easier to see what's going on when we're only a couple months into the year. So we have our total gross pay, our financial goals, which are investing and savings. This should really say investing. Every month I think to change that and then I don't. So to investing, to debt, and then the spreadsheet automatically calculates based on the rest of your numbers how much you're putting to expenses. And then finally, it calculates the percent you're putting towards financial goals, which ours are investing and debt payoff versus expenses. So for February, let's take a look at our numbers. So total gross pay for February was $12,072. That brings us to a year-to-date total of $26,306, and our goal for this year is $175,000. So we are 15% of the way to that goal. Based on where we're at in the year, 2 months in, we should be about 16% or so on the way to our goals to be on track. So 15% is pretty much there. I'm happy with that. Next, for our first financial goal, which is investing, we've got a couple things here. My husband's 401k, we are trying to put $300 per paycheck to his 401k. So we did that in February for a total of $600. So for the year, we're at $1,200, and if we do $300 per paycheck for the entire year, we'll hit our goal of $7,800. So we are 15% of the way to that goal as well. We're on track. It's not at 16% because there's some 3 paycheck months, and so once we hit a 3 paycheck month, it gets caught up. But for now, 15% it is on track. Stock options, we didn't make any progress to putting money towards stock options in February, and we're probably not gonna do that in March either. We're actually hopefully maxing out my Roth IRA in March, and then we'll move over to the stock options. So I think in April will be the first time that we actually put money towards exercising our stock options, but our goal is to exercise stock options of $4,400, so 0% of the way to that goal, but like I said, in April, I think we'll get started with that. Next, we've got my Roth IRA. So we've been funding my 2022 Roth IRA. We have until tax day of 2023 this year to fund that, and so I did put $100 to my Roth IRA this month, so we're at $675 for the year. My goal is to put $7,800 to retirement as well between my 2022 and 2023 Roth IRA. So we are only 9% of the way there, but if you guys have watched any of my recent videos, I talked about this in my last 2 recent videos, that we are actually using our tax refund to fund my 2022 Roth IRA. So I typically actually don't like getting a tax refund. I'd rather like have no refund or owe a little bit, but this year it just worked out that we ended up getting a refund, which is fine. Just if we had had that money throughout the year, I would have already been able to put it into my Roth IRA or invest it in the stock market and have it, you know, potentially growing. Although this year there wasn't really any growth in the stock market in the last like 12 months, so it didn't end up really mattering. But overall, I don't love having a refund, but we are taking that refund and putting it straight to my Roth IRA. So that's really exciting. I should be able to max out my Roth IRA. And like I said, then we'll go over to the stock options and start working on that goal. So right now we're at $675 out of $7,800, so 9% of the way to the goal, but we should get pretty caught up or like ahead next month. So that's exciting. So for the month, we put $700 to investing, and our total for the year is $1,875 on a goal of $20,000. So we are 9% of the way to our goal overall. And yeah, I really hope we can hit that $20,000 this year. I'm really excited about that. We also have a goal of sending $20,000 to debt. So my husband's student loan is the last debt in our debt-free journey. We put $1,170 this month. So year to date, we're at $2,600. And we are, like I said, have a goal of $20,000 for this debt. So we're 13% of the way there, a little bit behind, but that's okay. We're still plugging along, paying as much as we can every month, trying to meet multiple financial goals while supporting 2 small children and me being mostly a stay-at-home mom with this small business on YouTube and inflation and just life. So all things considered, I'm just like so happy with how we're doing. So moving on to expenses for February, we spent $7,094 for expenses and $3,108 went to taxes, so total of $10,000 to expenses. For the year, we're at $21,831 for expenses on a goal of $135, so we're right at that 16%. We don't want to go over because that would mean we're spending too much. We're not on track with our spending, but right at 16%, we're right on track for the year. So that's good. We'll just try to stay there. 4% to investing / debt. We're trying to put at least 20 to 25% of our money throughout the year to financial goals. For February, we only put 15%. And so we're a little behind. That put us at a year-to-date of 17%. And then for expenses, we put 85% of our money towards expenses in February, which left us year-to-date with 83% that we've put towards expenses. So a little bit over that 75 to 80% or less that we're trying to hit. So we do need to pick up the pace a little bit with the amount we're putting towards financial goals. So yeah, we'll keep working on that. Again, like I said, in March, we should be putting like several $1,000s to my Roth IRA and still putting money towards debt and other things. So hopefully that'll get us a little bit caught up. We'll see what the March numbers end up looking like. But, you know, I feel like it's a solid start to the beginning of the year. I mean, these are also aspirational goals. So basically how we do things, and we just figured it out this year after several years of trying to set goals and budget and things, that we budget based off the minimum amount we know we can bring in, but then we set financial goals based on more of like a stretch goal, something still realistic in the realm of reasonable, but pushing us a little bit more. So for example, last year we brought in $157,000, and so this year we set our income goal to be $175,000. So we're like, maybe we can make $15,000 to $20,000 more than we did last year. Let's go for it. Let's try to set goals based on that. And then if we don't hit that, you know, obviously we're not going to hit these goals. We're going to miss them by that $15,000 to $20,000, which is significant when we've set, you know, one of our goals is $20,000 for like investing. But I feel optimistic about our ability to continue to make more money, especially now too that like I had a baby last year and was in newborn phase for most of the second half of the year. So very pregnant or having a newborn. And so 2022 was a really hard year. And now like we are in a better schedule. Like right now my toddler's at preschool and my baby's sleeping while I'm filming this video. Like I have more time to work on my business and I'm really excited about that. And my husband has some income opportunities. So between all that, I'm thinking that we may actually be able to hit these goals. So I'm excited to keep pushing and see what we can get done this year. I also mentioned last time I posted this update, but I do need to figure out this tax situation because I'm not sure that I have these taxes correct. So that's why these percentages might not be like totally making sense. So we did get our taxes done and now I just have to wait for like the end of tax season to reach out to the accountant because he asked that we just wait till like tax season's over to talk about planning for the following year. So I'm gonna reach out to him after tax season's over and figure out like what we need to be withholding for 2023, make sure we're not gonna get too big of a refund and that we're also withholding enough. So I will update on that once I have those numbers, you know, figured out. So that is it for today's video. I feel like this was just short and sweet, but sometimes that's all it is. There's just not much to say. Not every month is super crazy or exciting. So still really great progress this month. Really happy about the direction things are going and just gonna keep moving forward, being consistent every month and making progress one day or one payment or one contribution at a time. As I mentioned, if you like this spreadsheet, it will be linked in the video description. It is in my Etsy shop. It comes with a detailed video tutorial and it's an instant download. So as soon as you purchase it, you can get started using it right away. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And if you wanna see more from me, subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.